Yay! We're finally live! Hi everybody, and thank you for joining us for this Halloween special episode of Welcome to Nerdatory, and we're calling it Nerd-o-ween. I'm not Georgie, I am Louise Belcher from Bob's Burgers, and Stacey isn't with me this evening. We have Velma from Scooby-Doo. Hi Stacey.
Hello! I mean, Jinkies. Does she say anything else aside from Jinkies?
Oh, where's my glasses? Oh, I can't see without my glasses.
No, I can see very blurry, but very fine. Hello, yeah, I'm Velma, and oh my god, I hate wigs, so this might come off. No, my hair looks pretty bad too, so this is staying on.
Oh dear.
Yeah, we thought it'd be fun. We're not really doing anything Halloween related aside from dressing up, but we're airing on Halloween. So why not?
Yeah.
Besides, we like dressing up, we like costumes, we like cosplay, we like silliness. So here we are.
Oh, we did for our Halloween episode last year, didn't we? Because you were Daria Morgendorfer and I was Bubble in her Napoleon outfit. From Absolutely Fabulous. And wasn't that like the night before Halloween or something when we did that episode?
I think so.
Something
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't remember when Halloween fell last year, but we did it on the weekend of Halloween or around Halloween. And
yeah, I specifically remember it that year because I got my braces. You remember I had the braces? I got them just then. And I was like that all the time.
With Slow Dro. Oh, it's been a while. Slow Dyer.
Spoil Dyer. I need to get that mug out again. The massive mug. It's Spoil Dyer. Yeah, you're gonna kick us off this week with what we're calling it because everything seems to meld together. Walking Bad, Breaking Dead.
Well, spoilers. Big spoilers. Yeah. Well, this episode. Oh, sorry, I have a really itchy top ear. Wigs. Oh man, just gonna space off. Ow! I hurt myself. Okay. This episode on Walking Dead. Spoilers. Glenn dies. Spoilers. Maybe Glenn doesn't die. Spoilers. But Nicholas and Glenn. There you go. They're essentially trapped by a horde of zombies because their plan to lure the zombies away from what you saw from the first episode went horribly wrong.
Yeah.
And then the second episode just shows the camp or the town, and now the third episode is showing the first episode stuff again. So you can guess that the fourth episode is going to show the second episode stuff, or both if it's going to be like a 5-hour episode. So Glenn's on top of there with Nicholas. And Nicholas has been acting very strange this whole episode. Like he's spacing out, or just not. I don't want to say spacing out, but it seems like he's under some kind of trance, and he's hearing something off in the distance, kind of like Mad Max, Tom Hardy Mad Max, with his post-traumatic stress disorder. I didn't say postpartum depression. It was on the tip of my tongue though. Georgie and I were talking about this earlier. I was explaining to her what happened, and I said postpartum.
Look, he had a baby. He
had the babies. And so, yeah, he's having another one of those trance-like moments, and then he was having an episode in the episode, and Glenn tries to snap him out, so he grabs him by the arms, like above the elbows. And Nicholas snaps out of it, but he snaps out of it in the sense that he's responding to Glenn, and he looks at him and he says, "Thank you," and then he pulls out the gun and shoots himself in the head. Glenn's still holding on to him on top of the trash can dumpster, surrounded by the zombies, and so they both slow motion fall. But you see Nicholas on top of Glenn, and then you just see this area and up. Well, you see zombies picking out his little guts, and Glenn's just screaming. But maybe it's Nicholas's body, so we don't know. But it would be just a really stupid way to die, for him to die, not for anybody in the world. I mean, who am I to say how people should go out? Yeah, exactly, for him. And they kind of made it very full circle because if you remember in the first episode of Walking Dead, Glenn calls Rick a dumbass or something like that for doing that whole going in the tank. And Glenn is talking to Rick over the walkie-talkies, and he calls him a dumbass again. Yeah. So it just felt very like closing off Glenn. Or they want the audience to feel that way? I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah.
I still need to watch this episode.
Yeah. I mean, this episode was... I paid less attention to other things, so it was more interesting. But I don't know about a very long episode that's coming up. And let's see. I want more of the relationship between the ginger guy, the ginger military guy. Do you know his name? What's his name?
Oh, Abraham.
Abraham.
Yeah.
And that girl that was all crazy last season, but she's better now. The one that he's in the car with. That had the brother that died. That had the boyfriend that died. What was the boyfriend's name? Who cares about his? He's dead. What was his name? I can't remember her name. But I like their relationship, even though it's like very minimal. Yeah. I want to see more of them.
I'm trying to remember their names now, and it's just not happening at all. So it's like, yeah, these people.
I remember Tyrese's name, but that's not going to help me. He's not. Well, Tyrese's sister. Well, yeah, they're brother and sister.
Is it Sasha?
There you go.
That's it. as soon as you mentioned Tyrese, I was like, oh yeah, Sasha, his sister. Yeah, that one. I remember him there.
Yeah, I think they're pretty fun. Or it's just interesting since she kind of got into the mindset that Abraham once was upon a time. The whole like self-destructive. Don't want to be here, let's just check out kind of thing. So it's kind of neat that he's like dealing with it with her, even though she's not really dealing with it anymore, but they're just hanging out. I don't know. I kind of, if they're not going to have an interesting storyline this season, I want to see more character development. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Oh, so it's at the point now where it's like they've introduced all these new characters and stuff. You want to see them be developed more because we already know that Rick's an arsehole, Carl needs a fucking haircut, and all that business and stuff. Mm-hmm. It does. It needs a natural progression. That makes any sense.
Yeah, and Orange is the New Black is doing a beautiful job of it. Like this last season that just aired. Well, it didn't just air, but that aired in June. I was wondering what they were really going to do with it, and I thought it was great. The storyline, not much had really changed except for the main girl is like getting into a business prison of selling inmate panties that had been used. But they just, it's really gross. And the stinkier the better, so she had them running laps. But
oh my god.
But they just went into details of other cast members and it was just so great, like learning other stories and just seeing other like different friendships evolve that you didn't expect to see. So that made the season really great for me. And I think I liked it better than the second season because I mainly don't remember what happened in the second season anymore.
It was one of those.
Yeah.
Now what is it? The massive, huge, fucking hour-long episode of The Walking Dead is tomorrow. So it's like, can anybody handle a full hour of The Walking Dead? I don't know, because it's always been one of those ones where it starts and then it sort of muddles along for a bit, and then shit happens, and then it muddles along for a little bit, and then cliffhanger. So could an hour of that, because it's normally about 42, 43 minutes, isn't it, an episode or something? So I don't know. But yay, apparently we get the Preacher proper trailer, because we had a teaser trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. But I was thinking maybe they're making that episode long the way they do with the whole mid-season premieres, where they're going to just catch you up on both sides of the story they've been talking about, you know? So hopefully they'll do that. Just progress both the stories instead of just going one, then the other, then the other, then the other.
Yeah.
But woo, the Preacher! That's exciting.
Hey! It's like, yeah, but, well, I was telling you earlier on just before we went live, and I was on about the guy that was in Emmerdale. Jesus Christ, because I went on the Wikipedia page and I was like just looking through the cast list, and it's a lot of Brits on there, which is kind of cool. So there's Dominic Cooper playing Jesse Custer, and then Ruth Negga, who's playing his ex-bird Tulip, and then the guy that he played like a really kind of rough character in a really, really popular British soap opera called Emmerdale over here. Joe Gilgun, he's playing the Irish vampire Cassidy, so that should be interesting, considering that he was on Emmerdale for forever and a day, and he just looks as shit. I was like, what the hell? Wow, he's come up in the world. He's no longer on a soap that airs 4 nights every fucking week. And he's from my neck of the woods as well, so it's kind of fun. I like that, even though he won't be playing a northerner, probably. It's nice seeing northerners, you know, my brethren, come up in the world. But yeah. Now, if anybody wants to see the teaser for the trailer, we have posted it on the Welcome to Nerdatory Facebook page. It's literally 5 seconds of something.
Yeah, I felt like I should have been pausing a lot, and it felt like the whole Preacher. Watch the what is it, the world premiere of the trailer, November 1st, 2015, during The Walking Dead. That lasted longer on the screen than did the whole flickers of images.
There was more text than stuff happening.
Yes. And I was just like, what happened? I feel like I just had like a flash of something. Which we won't be talking about the Flash today because we haven't watched the new episode. So
neither of us watched. I haven't been keeping up at all, so it's like meh. Oh, we've left Barry alone for a while, but oh well. Should we move on to Gotham? Do you think?
Yes,
because we both have actually watched Gotham.
Yeah, it's the one show we've been thankfully keeping updated with, staying on top.
Yeah. Well, I have, because I'm finding it more interesting than The Walking Dead, and also because The Flash is, well, I don't know what my problem is with not watching The Flash at the moment, but it's, I don't know, it's, I haven't got that much time on my hands recently, so it's like, I must keep up with one. I will keep up with one, but it turns out to be Gotham. But I am enjoying Gotham at the moment. What about you, Stacey?
Yeah, I miss Jerome. I miss Fish Mooney. Like, now that Jerome's gone, yeah. It's just like, what happened to the characters that I love? I mean, no offense to Eddie. I adore Eddie, but I know his happiness is going to leave soon, and I'm worried that what they're going to do is, like, have this extended slump where Eddie's just essentially just losing his mind, instead of having one episode where he goes from mind lost to hello, future Riddler. I feel like the rest of the season might be just Eddie slowly losing his shit, but I hope not, because
they're gonna drag it out.
Yes, I hope they don't do that. That'd be extremely annoying. But yeah, I'm enjoying this. I just really wish it didn't kill off Jerome so quickly. But I'm interested in Theo, even though he has really stupid reasoning for his vengeance. And
it's like really lame, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like, oh no, we were rich and socially accepted, but now we're just rich and we've been banished from Gotham. What kind of, like, it's a one city. But I don't know, but then again, everyone gravitates to that city, so I don't know. But
yeah.
Oh, and I think the issue with The Flash is that's kind of like, that show has a very binge watch feel. So if you don't have a lot of episodes to watch at once, it's like, oh, I'll watch it later.
I think you're right there. I think it is going to be one where I'm going to leave it for about 5 or 6 episodes and then just binge watch them and then be like, oh, well, just twiddle my thumbs and watch something else for a bit, that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I am with Once Upon a Time, because it's like, oh, this show's so good. Oh, it's so much fun. But then when I'm not watching it, I'm just like, watch it later. I don't want to do that right now, even though I enjoy it a lot.
I mean, we get new episodes of Once Upon a Time every Wednesday on Netflix over here, so it's not really
Netflix?
that big of a deal. Yeah, it's on Netflix. Every single episode. Brilliant. And yeah,
like Pee Wee Herman.
It's like, yeah, I binge watch it, and now it's like, yeah, new episode every Wednesday, and it's not a big deal if I don't watch it on Wednesday or not, you know. It's there. I can watch it when I like, which is nice. So, but Gotham is one of them ones, I think, like, you do watch one episode, and then it's like, oh, you know what? It's not too bad. It's because it's on a Monday as well. Well, it's on a Monday in the States, and I usually download it. I usually download it. And then I will probably watch it on the morning that I downloaded it. You know, before I go to work or something. It's just one of those things. It's in my routine now. Gotham. It's
Oh, that's clever. You see, I should do a routine with TV shows, but then I feel like I wouldn't have time for, I don't know, showering and getting ready for the next day. I did that with all the shows. But with Gotham too, it's just what's going to happen next.
It's makeup on Gotham.
Oh, I see you're multitasking. That's good, being productive.
Yeah. That's what I do. I get a coffee on, and I'll go and have a cigarette, and then I'll start putting my face on and watch a bit of Gotham, and then I'll go to work. So
that's good. Yeah, and what's his name? Jim Gordon. He's getting very broody, but a productive brooder.
Yeah, but have you noticed though that they're not actually putting as much focus on Jim Gordon this series? I don't think they are. Which is kind of like, oh, well, I thought it was supposed to be mainly centered around him, and then have like an ensemble cast of all the up and coming villains and good guys and what have you. But
yeah, it's interesting. We'll see what happens with that, because I guess there isn't much for him to do now. Like, him and the new director are kind of starting to bump heads because Gordon's a very hands-on officer. Or detective, I don't know what he is. Detective, because he wears a suit. And the rock guy, Clobbering Time, he doesn't like that. He wants everything to be by the book. I can stop playing with this pen. He wants everything to be by the book, so no rough housing, no anything. Which I hope that he finds out about him and the Penguin to see what happens with that. The Penguin's gonna lose it. Oh, and do you want to talk about Butch?
Oh my God, Butch! Jesus Christ! It's like, I feel so bad for him. I feel really bad for Butch. Really bad for him. He just has all this shit and everything, and his fucking arm and everything. You poor guy.
Yeah, and Mooney always treated him so nicely, and Penguin, he started doing a better job, but he was, I don't know, Penguin's only out for himself and his mother. But yeah, when Crazy Sister had him, I was thinking to myself, if Butch dies, that's it. Because Fish Mooney, Jerome, and then Butch, what am I watching the show for? I mean, I love Eddie, but they don't show Eddie all the time.
Well, they don't, and he's not really going anywhere, is he? He's not going to be killed off or anything like that anytime soon. So we're happy with that. Oh, but the adorableness with him and his little woman, and then he ends up, spoiler alert, fucking strangling the bitch.
He Lenny hers. Have you ever read Of Mice and Men? Or
years ago.
Yeah, remember Lenny, the big guy who would he had the woman was screaming in the barn, and he was just trying to cover her mouth from screaming, and he accidentally suffocated her. Yeah, he Lenny'd her. Because that's what he'd do with animals too. He'd hold them so tight that he'd crush them because he doesn't know his own strength. When it was happening, I was like, "Oh my God, Lenny!" Which is awful, but still, poor Riddler. We'll see what happens.
I know that this is his downward spiral beginning now. We think.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, it pretty much is his downward spiral beginning. I mean, we all know about his little dual personality thing going on, and creepy Eddie without glasses looks well creepy.
Yeah, he needs those glasses.
We're not a fan of that one.
No. No.
But and the other bit in it, Firefly, who ended up being proper third-degree burn all over, pretty much like melded into that stupid bloody fireproof suit that she wore. Ended up getting taken away to the Indian Hill facility, which is owned by Wayne Enterprises. So that was kind of like a sort of, I want to say reveal thing at the end, but well, like I mentioned to you earlier on, Gotham has been cast Hugo Strange, so that should be kind of interesting. It's an actor called B.D. Wong who has been cast as Hugo Strange, so I wonder what he's going to have to do with this.
It'll be very interesting to see. Oh, and according to Gordon, and as far as Catwoman knows too, or Cat Child, Firefly is dead. I forgot the girl's name. But yeah, they think she's dead because they swept her under the rug, under Wayne Industry. Yeah, so we'll see about that.
Yeah, she's just been shoved in this little strange room with an IV going.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Ivy, I want more Ivy in that show. I just love her bushy hair and how she didn't care about getting taken away to a foster home or to child services, but she wanted to eat that chocolate bar. And then Harry, whatever his name is, he was eating it. So I want to know what happened with that. Did he just get two?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he sold Catwoman down the river.
Oh God! Well, Ivy is a sore point at the moment because of my costume. Fuck's sake! I spent all that time on my bloody costume. I had my makeup perfect, my wig was on point, and then my suit, it was fabulous until I fucking sat down, and then it decided to not work. And then a chunk of my arse fell off. The molded hot glue and ivy leaf arse that I crafted myself on this suit, and I sat down and half of it come off. I was like, for fuck's sake. And I sweat in it, and I sweat a lot, and then I got really cold, and then it looked really good though.
Yeah, if you want to see the pictures, we'll post a link on it, but Georgie has a cosplay page that you should all go and like our page at while you do it too. I don't know where I was going with that sentence, but it took a wrong turn. Yeah, like things, subscribe. Yeah. I don't know how to say words.
The words. How do we speak those? Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, Gotham. Another episode on Monday, I think. So we'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah. Oh, and we didn't really get so Butch may or may not still be under that brainwash thing.
Oh,
his looks at it if he won't. Oh God. Yeah. I'm okay.
Yeah, his mad brain moment. Yeah.
So we'll see, because they just showed him with the bad crazy sister, and she was whipping him into shape, and then he's with Penguin telling him that he found the mom and that they're on to him. So he obviously didn't tell him the truth. So we'll see if Butch is gonna work with him just to get back at Penguin, or what's gonna happen with Butch, and if we're gonna get Fish Mooney back again, because I want Fish Mooney back.
Yeah. But if Butch goes, we riot.
Yes, because we're not gonna have anything this season. I mean, Eddie's in transition. Right now he's a caterpillar. Yeah. He's gonna cocoon soon, but he's not gonna be a butterfly, and everything's dying off. The exterminators
are exterminating. It's gonna be a fucking question mark when it comes out.
A beautiful question mark filled with riddles and condescending attitude.
Caterpillar into a cocoon, and then I will be a question mark. Oh.
Exactly. Oh, poor little Eddie. I wonder what's gonna happen with that Christina's body. I don't remember her name. I think Sarah with K though.
I don't know. He could do like what he did with her ex-fella who was battering about. And basically just, like chop him up and stick him in a suitcase. And, yeah.
That just makes me think of the IT crowd. What happened to your legs? Acid.
I'm disabled.
I'm disabled. Oh, so great. Sorry. For those of you who don't know, there's this episode of the IT crowd where how does he end up in the wheelchair again? Did he just
because he uses the disabled lavatory in that theater.
And they stole his chair.
What it is, it's the red cord, the emergency cord in disabled bathrooms in case they like fall. And they all come in. Are you okay in there? I'm disabled. They stole my chair. And then he's on the floor in this disabled fucking toilet going, I'm disabled.
Yeah, so he just has to keep going with it. And they're essentially babying him because they feel so bad. And they let him meet the cast and everything. And he just keeps saying, I'm disabled. And then eventually one of the group members finds him and they're like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm disabled. He's like, oh, you're joking. You're so funny. This guy, oh, I'm disabled. And so everyone's looking at that guy like he's just a complete ballad. Yeah, that episode was really funny. And what was the song? I Love Willies, or what was it? Something like that?
I love Willies. I love Willies.
That show's so good. I miss it. I need to rewatch it for the third time.
I'll do it as well, actually, and then get back on Father Ted as well. I love Father Ted. There's cocaine in it.
Watching it. Little Big, and then Imagination and Reality.
I love that show. Totally love it. Oh my god. You might have to stop me or try to stop me from sniffing this marker because yes.
Marzipan.
Oh, marzipan marker. God, it's amazing. I'm gonna be off my tits in about half an hour if I keep sniffing this.
Okay, should we move on to little red black marks, little kitty cat Louise? Okay, yeah, we should move on to Life is Strange. Finally.
Yeah, seeing as I had what do you call it? A technical mishap last week. Yeah, because my internet cut out for some reason. My crappy satellite broadband just went no, and then decided to cut me off. So hence, yeah, we are technically episode 26 and a half, or going by iPhone 26S.
That's right. So, and for some reason, if Georgie cuts out, we're gonna awkwardly stare at me until she comes back. Because last time she came back and she was staring at me, messaging her. So we'll just wait it out in the future.
When that happened, and I think you said that you didn't click the button for it to go off right, and it was still live on my screen. I've got cats right in here. It still said live on my screen, and I hid under the kitchen table.
I would have done the same thing. God. Or something along those lines. Maybe just covered it up with paper. We need to draw a little image on paper and just stick it on there. Like technical difficulties, little kitty cat hanging their baby.
Oh, like you know, like the test card thing that they put on our test card, the BBC test card. You might have seen it. In fact, Noel, I remember it specifically because I used to see it a lot when I was watching TV when I was a kid. Because I am quite old now. But Noel Fielding did one with Julian Barrett, and it was this little girl who was on this chalkboard, the picture for the test card. So there's this little girl on this chalkboard drawing a stupid picture of a boat or some shit like that. And she had this clown doll at the side of her. But you've got Julian Barrett dressed up as the little girl drawing on this chalkboard. Noel Fielding, if I remember correctly, it is Noel Fielding, who's dressed up as a clown going like that.
Oh my gosh. This is creepy as shit.
We need a test card like that.
Oh, we do? That sounds fantastic. Oh, if the Mighty Boosh people did it, we have to do it too.
Yeah. We're getting sidetracked again. Why is it strange?
We gotta do it before anything cuts away. Let's see. What did we even get to talk about last episode? I went on talking about Nathan. Yeah, his name's Nathan. And we just mentioned we definitely didn't talk about the last episode at all. But I think we might have just been let's just pretend we never talked about anything, because that's pretty much what happened. No. Okay, do you want to start it off? Do you want me to start off? Do you want me to talk about my experiences? Do you want to talk about yours?
Well, you talk about yours first, because we both did the same ending for this episode, didn't we? I remember correctly. So yeah, it's so uber creepy at the beginning, and proper.
Oh yeah.
It's like, yeah, you get the opening titles and stuff, and all you see is just Max's hands duct taped to this chair, and then it comes up with the Don't Nod logo, and you're like, I fucking hate you guys, putting me through this creepy shit. Why is this guy not on a register of sexual offenders or something?
Mr. Jefferson.
I was doing that all the way throughout that bit until Max finally escapes. I was doing barf noises. I actually did think I was going to rant at some point, just because it's just like that. Oh, Mr. Jefferson, dirty bastard, all the way through.
I mean, I felt similar. Like, I just felt very uncomfortable, but I'm laughing because just hearing dirty bastard. But yeah, it was just so uncomfortable, and it was just like, oh, have you ever seen the movie Irreversible?
No, actually, no.
There's this rape scene, and the thing is with the rape scene, they never cut out of it. So you're seeing the rape scene throughout, and they don't really show anything very graphic, but they show like the guy slamming the girl's head onto the cement, and it's difficult to watch any kind of rape scene. Yeah. But usually they show a little bit of it, or they show it's gonna happen, and then they cut away. But with this movie, they show the full-on rape scene, and it's just like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to watch this anymore. Can I step away? Somebody let me know.
You just finish all over because you're that uncomfortable, don't you?
Exactly.
It's one of it makes your fucking skin crawl.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh god, she's tied up. But she's pretty much a little girl because she's 18. Whatever, she doesn't. I don't want to say she doesn't act like it, but she's still a child. God, if my 18-year-old self heard this, I'd be flipping me off. But I mean, it's just horrible. This guy's like essentially a pedophile, a pedophile.
Yeah.
More IT jokes.
A pedophile.
I'm pedophile. In America, it'd be pedophile. Say, boss.
Yes, it's pedo here, and they go on the nonce swing. There's a bit of Brit for you, you know, because when they do arrest paedophiles, they do go into.
Sorry, it's just your pedophile.
Pedo. I don't know what it's like with the prison system in the US for sexual offenders, and especially kiddie fiddlers. But over here, because they don't put them in with the general population, they don't put them in with Gen Pop at all. They are nowhere near them. They're on a separate wing, which is lovingly known in slang terms over here as the nonce wing. So nonce is essentially kiddie fiddler. Okay. So in order for these paedophiles not to be, because it's like when you do get into the system. Your murderers and your thieves and your assault and batterers, it's like they have the sort of own hierarchy in prison, but kiddie fiddlers and rapists are the lowest of the low, so they have to keep them fucking separate. I don't know if that's the same in the US, but it's like
I don't know if it's the same, but I know that they're treated poorly if they get like found out for it. So I don't know if there is like a segregation of that because of it. Because I know that's...
Oh, no, they get segregated here, definitely. It's mainly because, they're going to
get murdered.
They don't want any murders.
Yeah. Oh. Like Dahmer getting that broomstick.
Yeah.
I was going to try not to do this motion today, and I still did it. But no, that was that kind of motion for Dahmer, so...
Oh, God.
Wait, why was I doing that? Oh, because of the hammer! Because of,
the hammer!
What's his name? It's Butch's hammer that the sister wanted him to have. God, they're crazy. Poor Butch. We were so excited to get a new plaything. But yes.
No, but it's like this game really has touched on some really quite touchy subjects, I think.
Yeah, very dark.
Yeah.
Because like I feel for me, just like children and animals, that's just, I don't like seeing it. I don't like hearing about it. And I feel like people shouldn't hurt these kind of like children and animals because they're the most like defenseless, and it's just it's fucked up and it's horrible. And I mean, like, hurting anyone's bad, but especially someone who can't really fight for themselves or really know better. Yeah, so it's just hard. Like, even I mean, she's 18. She was just using her powers. She doesn't know.
It all went horribly fucking wrong. But it's like so you play through this game, so 5 chapters, 5 episodes, whatever you want to call them, and it's like when you get that thing when you have made a decision and it says this decision will have consequences, blah blah blah. So it's like you play through the entire game and it's pretty much different however you play it. I mean, because I've done 2 run-throughs of it. What I would consider
you're good and you're bad?
Run-through. Yeah, and then a sort of bad run-through where I did do something that would be morally acceptable for the good one and then unacceptable for the bad one. That's how I did it, but it's like you play through that game and you think, I've been such an asshole, and it doesn't matter if you've played it good or if you've played it bad. You feel like fucking shit at the end of it.
I played it as good as I could, and I felt horrible. And I didn't even know, well, I'm just going to cut to the chase. I killed Chloe. Or I let Chloe sacrifice herself. And
I did as well.
When it gave you the options, I put the control down and it's just like, why do you do this to me? You give me these hard choices. And I felt like since I didn't do it the first time when she was in the wheelchair, when she was in the wheelchair, because I couldn't do it, and I didn't even think about rewinding just to see what would happen. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And I tried watching a playthrough of somebody else playing it, this girl that I follow, Dodger, and she didn't do it either. I didn't even get to see what happens because she couldn't do it. No. It's so the second time around, I was just thinking, this keeps happening. It's happened before. Everything does revolve around Chloe. And I just imagine how she would react to finding out her mother's dead. Like, sure, her mother's going to find out that her daughter's dead, but I mean, you were just kind of like screwed either way. Like, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. And
exactly. Oh God, it is one game that over the God knows how many months it's taken to have every episode released and what have you. It is one game that has taken you on this. Granted, graphically, it's not the best. Maybe the acting is dubious in some areas and stuff, but you know what? The fact that the story is so good and it's it just completely overwrites everything that you think about a game that should be out at this moment. It's like, fuck your graphics, fuck your motion capture and everything, and getting everything so fucking accurate and on point. The story more than makes up for that, and it's an emotional roller coaster. You've gone from start to finish feeling good about doing something, and then literally minutes later feeling like, I'm a bad person, I am going to hell, I am genuinely going to hell, I'm an asshole. That's a game that can do that. It's just perfect in its own. Sod your graphics, sod your fucking acting and everything. It's just perfect. There's no other word for it. It's perfect as it is.
It's just so hard. And if you only play the first episode, you should definitely keep pushing on, because I feel like the first episode is nothing like how everything gets. Because the first episode's like, oh, I got these powers. It's very just beginning, like testing the waters. And it's not until the second and third and fourth and fifth episode where it just gets not worse than worse, but more dramatic, more emotional. Exactly. And the first episode, I had Degrassi on my mindset with the whole, like, oh, high school drama, that sounds like fun. I didn't think I would end up crying and just feeling so sad and horrible. But seriously, though, that ending scene with, oh God, what's the girl? Max in the bathroom when Chloe gets shot and she's just like, sobbing.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it was...
Oh, I fucking joined in. I joined in.
You see,
fuck me, I did not wear a waterproof mascara that day.
You posted a picture of that. That was great. I was gonna wait till last Friday to finish playing it because I didn't want to play it in sections, and I usually get home like around 7 every night from work. And I would have to play it kind of very limitedly because most of the nights I go to the gym. You know. But so I decided on Friday because for some reason I have zero work on Friday. And I played it in the evening, and Jeff was there with me watching it. And for some reason, I can only cry around other people if I'm sick or if I'm laughing so much that tears are streaming down my face. But I don't like emotional crying around people. So I feel like I cried a lot less than I would have if I was alone, but I still cried.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm just going to put my head down and just cry to the side.
Assume the fetal position and be like, oh my God.
That's essentially what I did, only more comfortable because my legs were stretched out. It was so sad. But her, like, holding her knees in the bathroom while she heard everything play out, it was devastating.
It was rough. That was rough.
I think watching her do that was harder than choosing what to do.
I think you're right, actually. Watching that end sequence, starting from that moment when she chooses not to do anything, was probably hard to watch, knowing what had gone on through the previous episodes and being the one that chose all these different options. And it's oh, fucking broken me.
I hope there is another season though, because they could go on with what's going on with Max because of all those nosebleeds and everything.
Yeah, because it's like once you got to the end of that sequence where you see the funeral and everything, and I'm fucking on the ground having some crying fit this time. They don't particularly give you any information as to if Max still has her powers because she's righted everything and the timeline has obviously returned to how it should be. It's like, what's up with that shit? So where do we go from here? I don't know. I have an announcement to make. Widget. Hear it. I'm sat here with an empty can and I was like, Stacey was talking about something. Oh yeah, Widget, there you go. I'm going to open another one now.
I'm already set.
Oh.
Oh,
It's, I
that was a spewer.
Sorry, I have foam.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun when I started it, and I tilted it and everything, but since I restarted my computer because it was slow, the phone went down, so while I was still logging in, I went and I topped it off. I had a few ice cubes in it to water it down because the beer wasn't cold enough. But, yeah, I mean, they really didn't show anything, but I feel like at this point, Max is going to be like, I don't want to use my powers for anything, especially if at that, she couldn't even save. Not that she couldn't save her, but she didn't save Chloe. So it'd be kind of a bitter thing for her to use her powers for something else that isn't saving Chloe. And especially if she's going to get some kind of horrible, deathly hurricane thing going on because of it as a side effect.
Yeah. You know what? I was absolutely convinced because they kept talking about the whole eco thing throughout the game. I'm thinking, if this game is about being fucking eco-friendly, I'm gonna flip my bloody lid if that happens, because it's a fucking eco-mentalist and everything. Yeah, look after the environment, look after the planet and shit, but don't be a complete dickhead about it. God's sake. No, I do not need to be playing video games and I'm sat on my ass and I've just finished work and all I want to do is just have a cup of coffee and feed my face and be, I don't know, fucking guilt-tripped when I'm playing a video game to drive a Prius. You know what I mean?
What's his name? Hold on. It's not a Studio Ghibli movie. Oh, why can't I remember his name? I know how to spell it. Oh my god, just like, oh, why can't I remember that? Oh god, my brain. Princess Mononoke, that other movie with the bugs, that was really gross. I'm just thinking Hideo Kojima, but obviously that's not him. It starts with an M, and I think his last name starts with an H. But where's Ponyo? I found Ponyo. Kiki's Delivery Service. My Neighbor Totoro. What's his name? Miyazaki. Oh, the H is the first name. Yeah, it's his name's gonna pop up. Oh, overseen by Miyazaki, since he's always like about the environment and how we're harming it and destroying it, and the spirits are not happy.
Yeah.
Oh God, I hate wigs. I saw this girl in and out today, and she was wearing this purple wig, and I was just, who would wear a wig just for fun? There's no wigs for fun. Yes.
Oh, definitely get a wig cap because it will help. It just keeps. It's like, because if you keep all your hair together and stuff, then it stops it being all displaced and everything by the wig and causing irritation and shit like that.
I know, it still drives me crazy. I can't really wear hats either, or beanies, because my head just gets so itchy, and I don't know. I think I just don't like having things on my head. Yeah, that game was tough. Did you replay it or replay the ending to see the save Chloe or sacrifice?
I haven't replayed it. In fact, for the past couple of days, I haven't actually played any video games. I haven't been back on the Phantom Pain. I haven't been back on AC Syndicate either. And I definitely didn't get around to doing a second run through of Life is Strange. But I do know what happens. If I remember correctly, it's just one of those, oh yes, I'm going to save Chloe, and then the rest of fucking Arcadia Bay is just going to get swept up by
Arcadia Bay
tornado. Yeah. So the place is proper laid to waste, and you just basically drive off into the sunset with Chloe. So it's like they want you to go for the sacrifice Chloe option because they give you a shitty alternative if you don't, basically. Story-wise. That's
pretty awful. I mean, like, everyone's dead. Like, even, you see, I feel like getting to the end of the game geared you towards sacrificing Chloe because of everything that it showed you while she was in that weird blackout phase, and then after she got out of it, before she got to that point, when she was looking for that guy that wanted to go ape with her, I think his name started with a W.
Nathan. No, not Nathan. No.
Walter Willis.
The wrong one.
Not Wayne. It maybe didn't start with the W. William? No.
Oh,
Anyway, the ape guy that the other girl with the little helicopter was in love with, and she was
Warren.
a bitch to you for no reason. Warren, yes, it did start with the W. Yes.
Yeah.
Small victory. Sure, I didn't know his name, but I knew it started with W, so I pretty much knew his name. Yeah, when you're looking for Warren to get the picture, you're seeing all these dead bodies, and Max just feels horrible because of it. So it's just like they're kind of pushing you towards like, oh, you know, this is the reality of it, and it's potentially going to get worse because the storm's barely hitting Arcadia Bay.
Yeah, but it's like we all knew that Max was going to go after Warren and get that picture that he took of them both earlier on.
Yeah.
That evening when it all happens. It's just the run up to it and what happens after is the sort of trippy bit. We probably didn't know that was coming, but we knew that Max would get there somehow. To Warren when it was all pissed and shit and had that picture. So I was like, oh, but it was creepy on the way up there. Oh.
Yeah, definitely. And that PT hallway moment.
Yeah.
It was weird.
I was playing it, wasn't I? And I just thought, I'm just going to send Stacey a message here. Oh my God, PT, you will get it. You will understand.
And when I played it and I went down the hallway and I went through the first door and I came back to the hallway, I was like, this is what Georgia was talking about. This is the hallway. And it makes me think of PT. And those giant pigeons, they're massive. Or squirrels.
Oh, and the giant squirrels, yeah.
Yeah, she's like, I'm going to take this for Samuel.
Oh, but the creepiest bit.
With Mr. Jefferson?
Fucking, oh my God. And you ended up speaking to him, so it ended up with you back in the classroom right the way back in the first episode. And then it's like, oh yeah, he's like, Max Caulfield, don't you fucking run away, I really need to talk to you, blah, blah, blah. Victoria fucks off, blah, blah, blah. And then you end up talking to him, and then it is so wrong. It is so very bloody wrong.
It's so great.
Every option.
So much.
Oh,
I love
it. But it's like, I can't believe this shit, man.
I felt like the creators of the game were just like having a laugh at our expense, and it just made it so enjoyable. Like even if you get the balled up paper that they threw at Kate's head, it says, what is it? If you're reading this, you're dead, XOXO Jefferson. And I thought that was weird, but kind of funny. But then after talking to him and seeing the comments like, oh, Mr. Jefferson, I love you so much.
Mr.
Or,
Jefferson.
You mean our dark room.
Our dark room.
Hilarious. It's so awful and just so great. And you hear her subconscious say, like, no way I'm saying any of this.
And then she says it like, hey, Mr. Jefferson.
Yeah. She's all in and if you look around to the wall too, there's like this Everyday's Hero poster, but it's Everyday Loser. And it's just like sponsored by Mr. Jefferson, and it's just so funny. I forgot the rest of the comments, so it's just hilarious.
Oh, and they went OTT with that, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. And you get a text message from the dog, Pomadou or whatever his name is, saying, leave, saying, bitch, leave Frank alone, and me too. Do you have any snacks? Yeah, the messed up text message though was from Chloe's dad saying, tell Chloe and Chloe's mom, I said, Joyce, tell Chloe and Joyce I said hi and let them know that I'm dead because of you. I was like, oh. It was harsh.
That's a low blow. Oh.
Yeah. Good game. Good game,
yeah.
That's like something that like completely devastates you and breaks your heart and makes you feel like shit. It's a fun game.
No, if anybody hasn't played Life is Strange up until, well, ever, we definitely suggest that you go and download it, every single episode. Did you buy the episodes individually, or did you get the season pass? I got the season pass.
I think going off of your recommendation, I just bought the season pass. I didn't bother buying one episode. So I think because essentially you get a free episode.
Yeah, that was it. I mean, there were like £3.50 or something over here, $3.49. I don't know what that is in
$5
US monies. $5, okay,
or $4.99. I don't remember.
Something. It was like $3.49 or $3.50 over here per episode. And yeah, basically, if you got the season pass, you essentially got an episode for free. So it was awesome. Yeah. But we highly recommend Life is Strange, especially if you just want something to take your mind away from everything and absolutely crush you at the end of it. Like,
yeah, and for all you trophy hoes out there, you get a platinum at the end, and it's super easy to get it because all you have to do is look up walkthroughs and find out where you're supposed to take a picture. Because sometimes it's tricky. Yeah. I think around the 3rd episode it got tricky. Because I was like, oh no, you have to stand perfectly at the angle between like the bus and the sign. Or you have to interact with this guy first and then you get to take the picture. Yeah. Which I still haven't gotten all the trophies for chapter 4. And definitely not all the trophies for chapter 5. It's hard going back to it. Even after chapter 4 it was hard. Just seeing Chloe blasted away and then you get injected all quick. Stupid Mr. Jefferson. Wait, so I don't remember. Did they still get Jefferson when you saved Chloe? They do, right? I remember Nathan getting arrested.
Yeah, because that's in the run up, isn't it? They get Jefferson. But I think the saving Chloe and the destroying Arcadia Bay thing comes towards the end. So this is when Max has gone out, I think, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, because they showed so many different realities that it's hard to remember what happened and what didn't happen. And we barely found out this episode that when Max does that, when she goes back and forth, she doesn't remember the alternate reality anymore.
Yeah. God. Ugh. No, it's I suppose you have to be quite switched on and alert and everything like that, just to sort of keep on track with chapter 5, especially.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to remember the order in which things happened, and it's just not happening.
Well, it's definitely like, oh, it started off so good. Well, it didn't start off good, but it got good so fast with the whole, you go back and you like turn in your everyday heroes and you text David and everything's fine. You're in San Francisco or wherever it is looking at art. But oh no, you left Chloe behind and she's going to die with a hurricane you unleashed on Arcadia Bay. So she rewinds.
Big nosebleed.
Yeah, she rewinds, and Mr. Jefferson already destroyed her journal, so she can't go back through it. And then David saves her life, and you tell. Oh, I told Davey. I told David that Chloe was dead. Did you?
No, I didn't. I hid that from him.
I mean, I felt like there was that was kind of like a take it or leave it because you weren't going to let Chloe die like that. And I was just like, I'm just going to let him know. And I felt so bad for him. Because he was just like, I love her mom. I'm a hard ass. Whoopsies. Military, you never leave it. I don't know what he said. But he said something along those very similar lines. Yeah, and when I was...
he said similar on mine, actually.
Oh, then there was no one. He just, like, made him sad for no reason. Did he shoot what's-his-face in the face? In the head? Did he murder Jefferson?
He restrained him in mine. He got arrested and fined.
Oh, mine didn't. Well, mine got arrested, and then when I told him about Chloe, he shot him point blank.
Oh.
Yeah, whoopsies. But then, what about Frank? What did you tell Frank?
Rachel was dead. Yeah.
Did you tell him that she died because of the drugs?
Yeah, overdose. Yeah, that's the one.
What did he say? I didn't. I just didn't mention it to him. I don't want to make him feel like shit since he loved her. Which I know makes the cop feel like crap, but not the druggie, the drug dealer. He has a cool dog.
It was like Pompidou.
He put his
he felt like shit in mine.
Oh. Yeah, I think I love that part. I was very irritated Max didn't pet him.
Yeah. Nah, Frank, he felt completely shit in mine because I told him that Rachel had an overdose and it was caused by somebody, Nathan, who got the drugs off him. So he was like, I have inadvertently killed my bitch. So I was like, all right. And then he was all at the end of it.
That's so sad. Yeah, I don't know why I spared the drug dealer's feelings, but not the... I don't know. I wanted to be upfront with David, but with the drug dealer, I felt like he couldn't handle it. But apparently David couldn't handle it either. But I mean, it was Mr. Jefferson. I guess he should have gone through the prison system. It doesn't matter. It's okay. But you see, this game is making us talk about stuff that makes us sad.
Yeah, like actual sort of relevant, up-to-date shit.
Stupid game in the fields.
Yeah, right in the fields, right in the fucking fields. Jesus Christ. It's like last time I genuinely cried at a game as much as I have at Life is Strange was Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots. I scried like a little bitch all the way through that game. It was like a piece of my childhood being ripped away from me. Like, oh my god, Snape's like well fucking old and he's gonna die. And oh my god, and then his dad at the end. Oh, it's Big Boss and I'm crying. Why am I crying? At the longest fucking cutscene in history. World record as well. World record for that cutscene. And I cried all the way through it. I was so ill afterwards.
Oh. Yeah.
But yeah.
Let's see. I can't think of anything else. It's just, oh, and when I was in the diner, at the Two Wheels diner with the mom, I was just thinking, please don't ask me about Chloe. Please don't say anything about Chloe. And thankfully she didn't.
What did you do with Warren? What did you do with Warren?
What do you mean?
The options that you had, you could either kiss him or hug him or kind of be like, meh.
I gave him a kiss. I mean, I kissed Chloe so much as well. Yeah, because like with Chloe, like I didn't understand how you made Chloe your love interest because everything just felt like best friends to me. Because they were just close. Even though some of the stuff they said that wasn't an option was weird, but the whole kiss thing, the kiss scene with them, it was just Chloe kind of egging Max on because Max is kind of like the do-gooder, play by the rules, don't do anything that's weird, while Chloe's I do whatever I want, I have blue hair, I smoke pot, and I jump on the bed, which could lead to injury. So I don't know how that happened. And I was always trying to lead Max to Warren. That's his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
No, I made Max kiss Warren at the end of it. It was like, you know what? Cut the fucking guy a break. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's
been chasing your ass around like being totally obvious, hasn't he? And it's like, this silly bitch, she's not letting on or anything. Or if she does know and is not being completely naive about it, that Warren is after her, like to the ends of the earth after her, making it fucking obvious as hell. Oh, bloody hell, just cut the guy some slack. Give him a kiss. And then she did, and I was like all happy and stuff. Right, next thing.
Yeah, either way, that kiss wasn't gonna exist anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just tough. And she was, I don't know, I get frustrated like this with shows too. It's just, why can't you just be completely upfront and open with people? I wish you would have told Lauren, the science fiction guy, about her powers right off the bat in episode 1, chapter 1.
Exactly. Oh, it's like, it just makes me think of the Dr. Pepper motto. What's the worst that could happen?
Rewind it, undo. You have these powers. Oh my god. Like, that's not an issue for you anymore. It's not the, oh no, but he could react like this. Rewind. It didn't happen. Yeah, that's frustrating. And then, like, once Chloe knew, then she was like, oh, don't tell him. It's like, it's just us. I'm your sidekick.
Yeah.
But you wanted to be the spotlight friend.
Fuck's sake, man.
Yeah, it was. What else happened in that game? It was just tough. It was really creepy too when you were in that kind of maze area with Mr. Jefferson and the flashlight.
Oh, the junkyard, and he was on about, oh yeah, Rachel Amber. She had a head for modeling, and she gave great head. It was creepy, dirty bastard. Again.
I don't know. It was just all really weird. And I started feeling bad for Nathan, and I felt bad for accusing him so much, but he did kill Rachel.
Yeah.
But that voicemail he left, though, for Max, warning her and letting him know that he just feels so used.
Yeah, he was like, oh yeah, I'm probably dead by now, but I have got to do this before that fucking happens. And he sounded so sincere on it as well. Oh, jeez, Christ, you're fucking killing me right now. It's horrible.
Because, like, his dad was, like, pushing these roles on him. He was mentally unstable, and then here comes this teacher that just sees a resource.
Essentially grooming.
I don't know. I mean, he was still a really bad dude. But it was just, and you see, like, even that, it's just kind of a gray area where, yes, he was bad. Yes, he killed someone. But, yes, I feel bad for him. And, yes, I wish things could have been different for him. Even though chapters 1 through 4, I was like, Nathan did this. Nathan,
you fucking dick.
Tattling him, telling the principal, excuse me, Mr. Principal. Telling Kate, yeah, go tell the police.
Oh my god. Oh fuck.
It's tough. You should play this game. It's so much fun.
Everybody should play it. It's in fact, when we were on the topic earlier on about shows that we would binge watch and stuff, I know a few people who have waited up until every single episode of Life is Strange has been released, and they were going to binge play it all the way through as if it was going to be a full game. I mean, a playthrough of each episode is maybe anywhere between 2 and 2.5 hours long or so. So that's going to give you quite a bit of playtime, isn't it? If you binge play it. But I mean, we've kept up with it after every single episode release. So, download it, must play.
Something that pissed me off so much. When I was heading towards the Two Whales Diner, that girl, the one that you can save from getting splashed, getting hit by a football.
Oh, Alyssa. Is it?
Yeah, I head up to help her from that building because she's essentially on the second story of the building, and she's staring down at this missing wall.
Did you not find the plank?
But before I found the plank, I run out there, and she's like, oh, no, it's Max. Whenever I'm around you, I have to duck out of danger. And so she falls down the hole. But I'm pissed off. I've saved this girl since chapter 1. And she has the audacity to fear me? I've been saving her. And I was just so irritated by that. It's just, why would you say that? It's, oh no, here I come to save you.
But did it actually make you think, well, fuck you, bitch, I'm going to leave your fat ass up there. You can get down your fucking self.
Yeah, I was just so
you ungrateful cat.
Oh my god, really?
You know, the reason why I didn't savour it is because it took me forever and a day to actually find the plank of wood to get up there. But I did have the initial thought of, you know what, you stupid asshole, you can fucking stay up there. You can fucking get there yourself, you ungrateful biatch.
Seriously, after countless times. Oh no, it's you! Oh, something bad's gonna happen to me. When has anything ever bad happened to you since I prevent it?
Yeah, because I've seen it happen. I've seen you being booted into the pool. I've seen you get a football on the back of your fucking head.
Slashed by a bus because she's next to puddles. I don't know, this girl. I was just so and thinking about taking forever, stopping the two blue whales diner from exploding took me so long. I didn't know what they wanted from me, and it was such a short period of time until I was coincidentally close to that sandbox, and the fire was going at that time.
Yeah, that was like possibly the most challenging bit of it, mainly because the time frames weren't quite right. So you'd see something explode and then you'd be like, oh fuck, I should probably be over there, and then stopping the explosion from happening. Yeah. I had such a hard time not electrocuting that guy in that fucking puddle.
That person just killed him, and I was like, oh, there was a person there.
I just killed him. Hang on a second. I have actually got to be in that room and shift the stupid bastard out of this fucking puddle room and then potentially electrocute myself, because that thought did occur. You know, because you have to reach through the thing and then switch them on. I must have electrocuted that dumb bastard at least 4 times before I fucking figured it out that I had to. Oh, god damn it.
It was funny electrocuting him, though. Because like I didn't see him at all. He was in this dark room, and you see the whole light switch thing, which looks very typical. So I just go, I do whatever you have to do, and then you just see this person like zapped, and you just hear me say, "Oh no, I killed him!" It's like, oh, there's a person there. Yeah, so I rewinded and I tried talking to him, and then she was just like, oh, I need to get his attention. So I looked around to see if you're supposed to throw something, and then there's nothing. So it's just like, what am I supposed to do? So I kill him a second time. And it's not until the second time after I kill him that I go into the room and then rewind. Yeah, and I went in there trying to see if I could move the cord or absorb the puddle, but no, you're just supposed to shoo him out. Which I guess it still wouldn't have mattered if he died, because you prevent things. You see, it'd be hard not just leaving everybody to their own devices, knowing that this isn't the present that's gonna like keep going. But at the same time, you feel like this bastard man if you do let that happen.
See, it's like I think this is another reason why I've had such an attraction and a fancy for this game, is because it really does remind me of Donnie Darko, which is one of my most favourite films everywhere. Not just for the Jake Gyllenhaal, but for, and the Patrick Swayze's in it as well. He was.
Oh, I don't like him in that movie. Yeah, he was a.
He had a creep on, didn't he? Ever
since that movie, I'm always like, oh, Patrick Swayze, no, he's a bad man. He's
hungry eyes.
I know they're hungry for, babies. Not the dancing kind.
Oh, God. Yeah, nobody puts baby in the corner because Patrick Swayze's already got her in the fucking corner.
Yeah, and there's an airplane in that movie, too. That has nothing to do with Life is Strange, so don't even listen to that. That's just how people travel through airports, so don't listen. But yeah, and it made me think of the butterfly effect a lot, too, because he kept having Ashton Kutcher had to keep going back in time because he kept something always was fucked up, and it made me think of the monkey paws too, where you make a wish and something like this little insignificant thing would be wrong, and it would just cause this tidal wave of difference. And in the end, he just had to not know the girl he was kind of in love with. And I was wondering what Max was going to do about that, especially since I had seen this deleted alternative ending for that movie, and he essentially ends up killing himself in the womb, which is really stupid. So I see why they deleted that. So I was just wondering if Max is going to end up like dying, because Jeffrey and I had talked about it, that what if she would have taken the bullet for Chloe when the hurricane still have come?
Yes. It is. It's proper full-on butterfly effect, chaos theory. I've got fucking Jaffa cakes in my coat pocket. I had to get a space reference in there. Sorry, I had to. When it comes to chaos theory, it just instantly reminds me of Spaced, and I have fucking Jaffa cakes in my coat pocket. That is. No, it's. I think Life is Strange is like an amalgamation of all these kind of films, all of these sort of scientific, physics-based things that have somehow found their way into science fiction and what have you, and it's just made it into something that's heartbreaking, but completely enthralling at the same time. Yeah, it's like you can play this story out and then it just gets turned on its ass, and then you feel horrible.
Yeah, and there's nothing you could do about it, because if you play it differently, there's still nothing you could do. I mean, you can't make the hurricane smaller by not erasing someone that's on the list, by not tweaking these tiny insignificant things, and it's just really hard.
Oh God, we definitely recommend anybody that's watching this right now, if you haven't played Life is Strange, please download it. It'll probably be one of the best investments that you've made this year.
In the words of Shia LaBeouf, do it. I was doing arms like this, no one saw, but I did it. Yeah, it's worth it, and you get a free episode if you buy the package, so do it.
Yeah, if you
get a platinum trophy.
Definitely.
Yes, trophies.
It's quite a way to get to it, but you do eventually get it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's essentially you just have to play through everything once to get it. If you do the walkthrough to find out how you're supposed to do things. But I mean, then it tells you information that you should know. No, even the game itself, like after you play something, you could just do collection mode, and then it lets you pick things up.
Yeah, exactly.
And it tells you when you're missing a picture.
So many different ways to play it, so it's just brilliant. I think I have a message of Michael. Are you Superman? I wish I was. I really wish I was Superman. If that is it, Michael, if you're watching, if that genuinely is a message from you, after the little crappy pleading thing, I was like, give us messages, we love you people. If that is genuinely a message for us, then thank you very much. And no, I'm not Superman, unfortunately. It's like Superman doing his fucking time travel thing when he used to fly backwards around the world like really
to make it spin backwards?
Yeah.
Oh, because Lois Lane died or something like that, right? And he's just...
Yeah. I forget which one that was in, actually.
He did one. Was it one of the old ones with that guy that got in an accident because of a horse?
Yeah, Christopher Reeve era Superman. It's been so long since I've fucking seen those films, Jesus. He did. He went up into the atmosphere and then spun around the earth really, really quick, and then for some reason it just made everything go backwards for a bit.
I don't know. It's weird. Let's see. I think that's all I have to say about Life is Strange. I mean, it's definitely worth playing, and it's definitely heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
If you do on a Friday or a Saturday evening when you're in on your own, if you want to get cozy on the settee, get your snuggie, get some fucking snacks in and shit, and just cry your eyes out like a bitch.
Get tissue.
Yeah, exactly. You definitely do need a supply of Kleenex for this.
You're good for chapter 1. You don't need chapter 1. Maybe not chapter 2.
It's all right for chapter 1.
But you need it for everything else after that.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, the feels.
Super Mr. Jefferson.
Should we wrap up with fucking Jefferson. Should we wrap up with some little tiny bits of news before we finish?
Sounds good.
Yeah. Anybody who does follow us on the Nerdatory Facebook page will know that Stacey and I have been sort of freaking out a little bit about some little pieces of news that we thought we'd just mention now. We've put them on the page, so if you've seen them, that's fine. But if you're watching now, hello, come and follow us. Basically, there is an episode of Arrow next week where our favourite John Constantine is going to be appearing, so we're going to see what happens with that. And it is basically the only episode of Arrow that I will definitely probably watch.
You didn't watch the Flash one?
Oh yeah, I watched 1 or 2 of those, but that was about it. But it was only because they crossed over. And
yeah, no, that's why I watched it, and it wasn't worth it.
Fanfiction.net right about now because crossovers.
I'll always appreciate crossovers because Buffy and Angel.
Oh.
But
yeah,
the Arrow ones aren't worth it. But Constantine is worth it. Constantine is worth anything. They need to bring it back.
Yeah.
I still have hope, which might be pointless, but I have hope.
Any other network out there who wants to pick up Constantine, please do it because a lot of us are missing it, and it's not just Stacey and I. It's quite a lot of people out there in the world who are fucking missing it. So this is why we're so happy about the Arrow episode, and also I also posted a link to a site that had pictures of the upcoming Assassin's Creed film. Oh,
Magneto.
Hey.
I'm like a giddy goat when it comes to him. There's been so many IT references this episode. What picture?
The picture about if anybody heard about the conversations that we had.
Oh, you had posted that on my page. I just had the memory thing pop up on my Facebook, but I'll show you it. Oh yeah, because I sent it to you in a message. You might want to keep talking about Assassin's Creed because it's going to take a while because we kind of talked a lot on Facebook.
Yeah, we do actually. We do have like some proper full-on Jesus Christ conversations, don't we? Oh, here we go. I found it.
We do.
Yeah,
there he
having
is.
those weird conversations with friends and thinking if anyone heard us right now, we'd be put in a mental hospital. I'm Ron Burgundy. Now there was some pictures put online earlier on this week in regards to the Assassin's Creed film starring the very, very fantabulous and just drool-worthy Michael Fassbender. So we're calling him now because Michael Fassbender does, in fact, it's scientifically proven that he does incite lady boners. So, yeah, I've put the link on the Nerdatory Facebook page, so you can go and check it out yourself. There's maybe 3 or 4 images, and you can see 1 or 2 things that's happening during the filming of the Assassin's Creed film. But it's like you never played the Assassin's Creed film game, sorry, did you, Stacey?
No, the only little bit that I played was trying to help my nephew figure out where he had to go, and it was for the first Assassin's Creed. And
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out where he had to go since I didn't know what he was doing. So I yeah. But I jumped into some kind of hay, so that was fun.
Oh, leap of faith. And he went, "Way!" Like that. Like head first and then ass. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wait, so is Michael Fassbender going to have an American accent?
I don't know. He probably will because he's.
That's weird.
If I remember correctly from what I've read.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because we like his proper accent because it's.
Or even his German one.
It's like that. Yeah, we like that guy. He's this interesting mix of Irish and German.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of sounds like an Irish accent with a bit of a German twang, which just kind of plays with your head, but kind of makes your nipples stiff at the same time.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So
oh my god. I think that's one of the best things I've said this week. Oh god. Oh no. Oh fuck. What did I say again? I was being really vulgar, wasn't I, when I was talking to you about this?
Oh yeah, with vagina and glue.
What did you say? You'd have him at arm's length or something, and I'm like, fuck arm's length. I'd have him at vagina length, and I'd be like, impact cement and duct tape.
There you go.
I'd have him at vagina length. Fuck arm's length. Oh god, I wonder about myself.
Fast boner does.
Fast boner.
What was the other thing that we added, like, extra? Was it, like, the fifth? What was it? The 17th? It was an episode.
We did something like that. Or something like that. I don't know.
It's starting to hurt.
My teeth hurt. Well, it's like after all the Arrow and the Constantine and the Michael Fassbender and his loveliness, everybody should just come and follow us, basically.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, Georgie and I find ourselves very hilarious, and we hope you find us at least a little amusing. Follow, like, subscribe. Comment, do something, tell us we're not funny, let us know, but don't be mean. Don't hurt my feelings. But another side bit of news that Georgie probably doesn't want to talk about, there's a trailer for David Cage's
fuck's sake. Fuck.
Detroit, which is off of Kara, which looks so good. Oh, and it has
that was several years ago at E3, wasn't it?
That tease. That was just completely a tease, especially since he was just like, "Oh no, it's not a game. We're just showing you what we're capable of doing." Thank you.
Yeah, and as it turns out, he's a fucking lying bastard.
No. If anything, he was probably like, "Oh, I can't come up with a new game. Hey, Kara, let's just give it a different name." And then, it's okay. I said that wasn't going to be a game, and Kara isn't going to be a game. It's Detroit. So he's probably just a sneaky bastard.
I fucking hate that guy.
Follow us on Facebook, and you can see Georgie's rage against David Cage. Rage Cage.
Cage Rage.
Yeah. That one makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay, but now we're all done. But yeah, she either way, regardless of her hate, she posted that video on our Facebook. So go ahead and click on it there and see our comments going back and forth of how
we do generally tend to keep quite up to date with all the news and everything.
Well, Georgie,
even if it is. Oh, it's because when I'm finished work, I'm like, my thumbs need to do something. So I find this and I go post it on the page. And well, yeah, I mean, we have discussions about everything and stuff, but we do try and, well, Stacey and I, we do pass each other bits of news information as the things that we find or anything that's relatively amusing either. Sometimes we do post that onto the Facebook page. But I don't know. I think we're like the impartial advice of the geeky nerdy world, don't you think? Because we're not paid or anything for this, are we? It's just because we like.
I don't know David Cage.
Other. We have the same interests. Oh, we're gonna find him paid.
He probably wouldn't pay me. He doesn't seem like the type. So. Oh, you know what? Speaking of, we talk about things that are relevant aside. Anyways, yeah, the Joker thing. Did you want to talk about his reveal on Empire Magazine? His outfit, his shoeless outfit.
His shoeless outfit, yeah. What is it? Because I sent you the picture, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
It's like your initial reaction of certain things. So obviously, Empire Magazine have got a bunch of shots from the Suicide Squad film. Meanwhile, they've got this fancy ass cover of the face, Jared Leto as the Joker. He's essentially wearing this like crocodile skin purple trench coat thing with this slick back green hair and his fucking grill and his tacky tattoos and a pair of sweatpants. Meanwhile,
and that
this
cane.
Silly bitch. Yeah, that stupid cane. Nah. Now, meanwhile, this silly bitch sat right here, right, is thinking, looking at the bottom half of the internet, all the comments, and people are basically going a bit mental, going, this is not the Joker that we know. The Joker is an established character, and he has a well-defined look. Who the fuck is this freak? And blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, why does this asshole have no fucking shoes on?
Yeah, that's what Georgie noticed first. And the first thing that I noticed was, why does his stomach look like it's hungry? Because of the mouth. Looks like it needs to be fed.
The grinny, crazy mouth like that. And I was like, well, also, when you do say that with the tattoo with the hungry mouth on his stomach, Jared Leto is like basically vegan Jesus. So, of course, he's going to be fucking hungry. Get a cheeseburger in your loaf. Seriously.
Yeah. I don't know. He's, especially after seeing Texas Buyers Club, he can get so skinny. Like,
yeah, but you remember Requiem for a Dream. Jesus Christ. He was so not right in that film. Oh my god.
They were gross. They're all gross. His arm. The poor grandma. That was my takeaway. Just that and ass to ass. But poor grandma. What was the whole thing? Like, we have a winner. We have a winner. That movie's really messed up. And gross.
Yeah, it's one of them ones that you only need to see once, isn't it? You only need to see it once. And if somebody mentions it, you make a face like...
Exactly. It's just like, oh yeah, I've seen that movie.
I don't know. No, listen, though, we do stay up to date with the news, and we also post particularly, well, anything that we find funny or amusing, or like that. Yeah, it's anything just to make everybody's day just a little bit brighter, especially if you are having a crap one. You can just think, oh yeah, these two fucking idiots know what they're on about. They're not completely mental.
Exactly. Or if you want to get down to our level, hey, you can. It's easy. Just call someone a ballad and you're there. That's Jordy Shore.
Jordy Shore. And call everybody, yeah. What's it? Completely forgotten it now.
Bellend?
Bellend.
Bellend. Bellend. My favorite word. Okay, I think we're dragging it on because we're getting like giggly and delirious from laughter.
Yeah, that's teeth and cheeks. Sore.
Yeah. Oh, I'm doing the outro.
Yeah.
So that's it for this episode, everyone. I hope you enjoyed our Halloween episode, and we're likely to dress up next year because we enjoy doing these episodes.
That's apparently what we do.
Yeah, and even though nobody talks to us, we still do this, and we would be so much funner if you talk to us. So, we don't talk to us. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? We talk back to you? Let it happen.
We do. As you can tell, Stacey and I are very talkative. So if anybody does come and talk to us, we will probably talk you to death.
Yes.
So please,
with a pinch of creepy. And a dash
comments,
of vulgarity.
messages, anything. Oh, definitely vulgarity. You can't do without that. Ugh.
What is it? Parent advisorable, or what was it that you wrote on our page?
Oh, parental advisorable.
Yes, that.
Advisorable. Yeah, that's one.
So yeah, follow us, like us, subscribe. We got a new subscriber, so thank you for another one. Woo.
Another one.
I'm lucky I remember this is episode 27, so it's another one this week.
So 26S.
25S.
26 and a half. Yeah.
26. Yes. Okay. We're gonna try to do another episode next weekend, but if for some reason we don't, we definitely will do one the weekend after that because Fallout. And I don't know if I'm gonna play it, but I know Georgie's gonna play it, and I know it's a big deal.
Yeah. I've had that bitch on pre-order for as long as I can remember. In fact, as soon as the Pip-Boy edition was announced, I had that bitch on pre-order. So I am definitely getting that. I am definitely getting the Pip-Boy edition. Check me out.
Well, we'll definitely do one the next weekend, regardless of us doing the Skinny Confusing. And so you can show us the collectible thing you got with your pre-order.
Yeah, of course I will.
Okay, well, in that case, this concludes episode 27 of Nerdatory / episode 26 SC.5. I'm Stacey. Goodbye, and with me as always was Georgie. Say goodbye to Georgie.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.